you may have noticed, noticed me, but if I'm not the only one you've watched, if you've watched other readers or people like, talking about this kind of stuff, uh, it feels like the last few days, all of us have been kind of tongue tied or stuck or feeling like something hasn't come through yet that wants to come through. I'm watching my people that I like to watch stutter and get stuck, and it's like, oh, there's something else. So I looked for ways to break through and to like open up that third eye and the throat chakra, but I feel like my throat chakra is pretty good. It's just, getting more in touch. So I found a technique that I'm gonna show you how to use, and hopefully it helps, and you might feel the difference, see the difference, and maybe if you're doing it, you might, be the difference. So it's just like a focus, focusing your mind and like then applying your palm to your head and pushing on that third eye, right? You're gonna get that third eye push experience. It just brings awareness to that point. I know it's not a real physical point, but it's the energy in the area, So do we breathe first? I don't know. I don't remember if there was like breathing, but I mean, definitely don't hold your breath. Just breathe. Just or try to get natural. Just whatever your breathing is just natural, and then try to get your vibe natural, your face natural. That's not my natural face. I don't know what my natural face is. All right, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Are you ready? Are you ready to apply your hand to your head and press and press and press? You got to feel it though. Oh, look, see, I got this blue for my throat chakra. It's already there. Come on, baby. Come on. I can feel it. I can feel it. I can feel it. Oh, do you feel it? Do you feel it? Oh man, I really missed. That's a little low. Dang it. Oh, that was my joke. Okay, I was just joking. I put little sticky stuff on the back of that. So I'm gonna be a little sticky. Actually, it's got that pine salve that I made on it. I figured that would stick, and it did. I'll just rub it into my dry nose. Last thing I've got before we start is I decided to get out in the sunshine, get my, feel the light. And then I started thanking everything for being in my life. I said, thanked my tree, my grass, my bugs, my dirt, and the flowers as I went by. And I walked from the front yard to the backyard. I'm trying to break this stuckness. And after yesterday's experience, which I'll talk about at the end, I won't make you go through all of it. I am seeing and feeling the love of a lot of stuff. And this morning, these blooms caught my eye, and I did steal a couple of them. I'm not taking any tulips. Let them do their thing out there. Yeah. But I have a tree that's like 2 trees grafted, or like something grafted. So if you know what kind of flower this is, what it was grafted on, these are really pretty out there today. Yeah, that's from a little tree. I don't know what it is. Is it dogwood? I don't know what anything looks like. I would appreciate your help. Do you need to see a different angle? See inside? See the kind of leaves on it? Somebody knows. But the other one, and this one I'm gonna keep with me. Oh, I hope it doesn't break. Is this purple one. This was a weed, and I don't know what this flower is, but there's a patch of them. There's about half a dozen or more of these guys. And if you know what that is, that'd be interesting. Maybe it's not a weed. It's so pretty. It's such a pretty purple. So I'm gonna try to wear it through the reed. Really connect with nature. And I think the purple's really pretty. I feel pretty. All right, I hope you're feeling pretty. I love you. Hello, I am Trip. This is Real Nature Trip. We're doing some tarot. I've got cards. We got the vibe. Oh yeah. I just saw the sun go by on my shuffle. It landed on the bottom. So yeah, I'm gonna flip it over and shuffle from the middle, upside down. Shuffle from the middle. Oh, now I got the Empress lining up with the sun. It's looking fruitful. Confirmation burp. Oh my goodness. Let's start drinking some water. I try to drink it with no air. I don't know. I want those confirmation burps to be real confirmation, not just a little gassy. All right. Spirit, whatever you want to get across. I'm here for that. And then we're gonna light up lives, right? We're gonna put some levity in a little brevity. Oh man, I'm not brevity enough. Oh my gosh, it's 5 minutes. I haven't even pulled a card. All right, we're just going with the old school. My school is we're gonna triangulate. But you know what? Actually, first, let's get one animal spirit card. And yeah, I'm gonna shuffle. I'm gonna cut, and then we'll go top card. This is a 10 cutter. I don't even know. Ooh, we got some owl. We got some owl energy. Let's talk about wisdom. And they do their work at night. That comes to my head. Owl pellets come to my head. So what's an owl pellet? They eat the whole creature. They take it all in, and then they extract the nutrients that they can, and then they spit out the rest. Eat the meat, spit out the bones. Maybe that's the message. Matt, that's the message. There's a lot to take in, but take in, you can take it all in, but only keep in you what nurtures you and spit out the rest. And you know what? That stuff you spit out could be valuable. Like if it hits the soil, it breaks down in the soil, and it helps the soil, helps other things grow. So don't be afraid to owl it. Maybe you're a night owl. I know some of you stay up late. These eyes are so pretty. Like they've got a shine. Even though this is black and white, they've got a shine to them. Owls can see what a lot of others can't see, especially when it's dark. I mean, they're no bat, but they've got eyes to see, and they can see what a lot of others can't see. They see opportunities that others can't see. Man, I'm getting a lot out of this owl. A lot of owl. That's weird. I've never noticed. It's just one F away from fowl, which describes bird. Does fowl describe a certain kind of bird? Like just big birds, like birds you would eat? Or is it just all birds? I don't know. Owl baby. Okay. Some wise, insightful, see through the dark, take in what's good for you, and spit out what's bad for you energy. The tribe that I taught with when I was teaching for the Yakama Nation, they would say that owls like represented death. And I was like, that always spooked me a little bit. Like, what? But I've seen plenty of owls. I've not died. But, the way we look at death with the tarot, it's like the death of a cycle and the rebirth of something new. So there's that too. That might be for somebody. I mean, it has to be. Maybe it's for Garrett. I know there's one Yakama Nation tribal member in my group here. He was a student. Well, he was at the school that I taught at. I don't know if I could call Garrett a student of life and cell phones. Okay, let's move on. So we got that wise owl energy. Something's different today. I can feel it. Is this the day where a lot of us break through? Because I feel like this stilted, halted thing isn't the readers. It isn't me in particular. It's us. It's the whole thing. And that there's one of you said, hey, I'm looking forward to whatever this is, and I'm like, me too. It's all a guess. And I think it has to do with all of us, not just me talking or something to say. All right. So let's look at what we're doing. Oh yeah. Let's get the extra. Oh, okay. I'm not putting anything to chance. We need a full circle. We need a figure 8. Let's get it all. Okay. Okay, 6 of Swords. The Death card. Oh my God. Talk about 10 of Swords. We are ending a cycle and moving to smoother waters. It is put the nail in it. It's done. We're moving. Look at brighter skies coming, calmer waters coming, the end of the struggle, the end of the suffering, and the birth of this new wise something. It still feels connected to the owl. My third eye is, maybe I should just put it back on. I don't know where else to put it. I don't want it to stick to my table. No, I look like a circus. Sorry. Let's just be pretty. Aloha. Aloha, I love you. Te amo. Ich liebe dich. Oh yeah, I was gonna learn more languages to say it in. Whatever the heart like. I tried heart yesterday. That didn't work for me. It was like when I went to go look for little pictures of myself in the video to put as the, what you call it, 1111 as I say this, caught my attention for some reason. I played that heart part and I was like, oh, that's overkill. Men at work, overkill. All right, what do we, oh, why did I put those, oh, I didn't put them away. But check this out. We have the 10 of Swords. I put them so far away. 10 of Swords and the Death card, and moving to cleaner waters, clearer, smoother, calmer. There we go, calmer waters. And then the Devil shows up. The Devil shows up. And the 7 of Wands shows up. Holy cow, holy cow. Spirit, there's a struggle. There is a struggle. It's a personal struggle that manifests itself outwardly, right? So if I'm looking at middle card, this is the outward struggle, but look what's on both sides of it. That darker inside struggle. And it's just a matter now of just letting it go. Just letting it go. All right, well, Spirit, what's this struggle about? I mean, it sounds internal, but what are we internal like? You know what? Dang it. We're seeing shadow right here. And I'm going to pull out this deck, this dark deck. This is the Mist, what is it? Mist of Shadows Tarot. Ooh. It's got the whole gold thing. Incredibly difficult to shuffle in a standard way, so I'll try to do the sideways, let cards float. No, that barely worked. Let's try the no, but you know what? It spit out a bunch of cards, and let's talk about these cards. So there's some darkness here, but I see the sun. So it's like looking through the darkness. I was like, something's on me. Something's looking through this darkness to see the sun, and we'll go back to this 10 of Swords, looking through the darkness to see the sun. We got 4 Swords, Hierophant, Queen of Pentacles, and the Star. What's the order here? What's the order here, Spirit? The Hierophant's come out a couple of times lately. The Star. We've got the sun. We've got the star. The sun is just the whole light. It's the whole thing. And it's showing some sunflowers. And the Star, you know, it's this calm after the storm, but it's this light shining in the dark. Like, you're coming out of the dark. You're coming out of the dark. You're coming out of the dark. Oh my gosh. And the dark doesn't bother you anymore because you've got this owl vision. I'm seeing so much dark. Like, before I pulled out this dark shadow deck, there's a lot of dark, but it's not despair. It's like you've mastered the dark. Man, and then I pull out this deck, and these cats look like they've mastered the dark. Look at them. They just seem so comfortable. This Hierophant looks way more comfortable than the other one. This 4 of Swords, look at, he is so chill in the dark. Look at how much light he needs. just a little bit, just to see the actual physical stuff. He's got the light, and if you know, in the regular deck, his one sword is lit up. And he's always sat on top of it. This one he's holding on to. He's holding on to a sword. I had a weird thought yesterday, and this is part of the story that I'll tell afterwards. Is I feel like we've all, with our pains and wounds and whatever, when we approached relationships, we brought in those wounds, and we probably all did, acted certain ways, some needy ways, and some, like, I put girls on a pedestal, and kind of worshiped them, built them up to be everything, because they had a big job to do, which was fill the hole and heal the wound in my heart that I put on other people. And I thought that was our deal, that we filled the gap for others, they filled the gap for us. People talk about that, whatever, you're missing piece, the other half. Well, it's not a person. It's not a person. But I'm plenty of guilty of that. And I had a lot of skills. I don't think I was a narcissist. And even my last girlfriend, we dated for 10 years. I think of all the things she'd be upset about me for, or whatever. I think narcissist is not on the list. And I hope maybe that comes through. But man, if you are one, it's hard to know, right? But all the other skills I learned as a child of a pretty brutal alcoholic, and learning all those codependent skills, and then these relationship skills where you just give yourself completely, and you do everything to try to get their love and whatever. And I'm thinking, I wonder, and this is where I really wonder, and I need feedback, is if those skills are useful when trying to build a relationship with spirit. Like, do we use those same almost codependent, almost whatever, to like give yourself fully to that? It was a weird feeling that went through my head, because yesterday when I was praying, I'm going to call it that, but I'm just basically talking to the universe, the spirit, the whatever, and I'm trying to make it a friendship deal. And I'm like, and I'm expressing as much love as I can. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I almost sound like, please don't leave me, like whatever. And yeah, I'm telling the story already now, but is that weird? Is that, there seems like there's an unhealthy component in it, but maybe those are like, you just giving yourself completely to this is healthy, yet to humans, it's like, well, they can't fill that for us, I don't know. I definitely, this is an ask, not a tell. But what I'm seeing, it's just, you've become so comfortable with shadow, with this human side, and you understand it's temporary. You're forgiving of yourself now, and you're looking at it as, what have I learned? Maybe that's the point of me telling you this story. What have I learned through this darkness? What have I learned about myself? What have I learned about the things I attach myself to, and that are healthy at first, maybe, that become unhealthy? Yeah, you're going through it and learning a ton, and right? I feel like you could write the song, you could write the book or the poem that talks about this comfort with this shadow. Even the kid, I don't know, he did say grandpa, but like, he was talking about his grandpa, so I pictured him young. But this youthful, vigorous person who commented said something about, what was I talking about? What'd they say? I got too distracted by trying to describe who the person was, when all I know is they had their green icon. Yeah. Huh. Maybe not trying to put words in other people's mouths. Okay. I don't know. All right. let's moving on. Spirit, what's next? And what's next is justice. Things are starting to work out. Four of Pentacles. And the Knight of Wands. It's saying, hold on. It's getting moving. But it's good. It's good movement. Hang on, baby. Hang in there. Like, if this ain't the fire horse, I don't know what is. And you're going to hold on. And you can hold on. And it's going to be worth it. Whatever it is. Whatever it is. Whatever it is. Okay. One last little, hey, I 3-decked it. I don't know if I have ever used 3 decks in one reading. I feel so adventurous. It was like, I hate to say it, I feel like this is the good old missionary position. And then, you know what? And I'm guilty of like, hey, it's working, so go with it. But, oh, we got a little wild animal spirit in there. We got a little dark shadow mist going in there. Yeah. Okay, never mind. All right, that's it. All right, Temperance. Oh, things are coming back into balance. And the Emperor, you're able to hold on to all this. You know, that's the end right there. That's the end of the message. It's meant to be. It is meant to be that you've gone through all of this to come out and be cool. You're cool. You're cool. And I still feel like this is leading somewhere. I still feel like, but now I can feel the juice here. And, I got a little overwhelmed. Like my whole body just kind of did this reaction centered in my stomach, but through my whole body. Something's coming. That's all I can tell you. Something is coming. I don't know what it is. It's something to be excited about, though. Something, it feels like it's going to be freeing. It's gonna let you loose to be your full self. For some of you who've never experienced that, it's gonna blow your socks off when you realize your full self. There it is. Excuse me. Oh, confirmation burp. Okay, that is the end of the read. I love you. I'm so glad you stayed for that read. But I'm gonna talk about yesterday for me and see how you go with it. You know, if you felt this before and whatever. So lately, and I am not a grown in religion person. I am not a Christian yet, if that's a thing that I'm going to be. I don't know. But right now I am reading the Bible, doing a Bible study, sorry. I probably won't read it if we're not studying it. So, but where am I going with this? One thing that I have started to do, and when I do it, I'm noticing some good stuff. And yesterday was amazing. So a couple of days before yesterday, I did not do this Ho'oponopono kind of prayer thing where I'm trying to build a relationship talking to God, a very close relationship, not like talking to some lofty, far away anything. I'm like the part of me, you know, the whatever. It's God's through all of this, the universe, whatever. I'm comfortable with saying everything. This thing that is part of all of us, I'm building a relationship with, talking to. And so I do a prayer in the morning, and it's basically a conversation. And I'm trying to be as honest and open as I can. And one of the big things I asked yesterday is, you know, to be closer, to see you in every living being or everything around me, and to then let it be seen through me too, you know. And so one thing I say all the time to myself is, please help me be filled with love, peace, and joy, and then exude love, peace, and joy. And but yesterday I asked, like, let me see and feel you in everything else, and let everything else see and feel you through me. And Yesterday, after the reading and making breakfast, all that, got my ducks in a row, and I actually have ducks in a row. I went to my buddy's house to finish shearing sheep and, whatever cleanup things. So he got the bulk of them, but it was like around their necks and legs and stuff, and we're not professional at all. And so my job was to go in there and hold on to them and keep them, you know, close while he can do the work. And the first one we had, she was not happy about it. A lot of bah, bah, and occasional movement and struggle against us. And we took our time with her and whatever. And I'm sitting there trying to calmly love her and understand her struggle. Like, it's uncomfortable. There's fear, the whole thing. And then we did the other 4 sheep, and some of them we were able to lay down, and I held on to them, and man, I ended up kissing every sheep on the lips, like I'd start by holding him and talking to him, and then I'd kiss him on the muzzle, and then I was like, I kissed him on the lips, like, and no tongue, just, that's because I saw the tongue stick out, and it was all slimy and not that I was thinking of doing it anyway. Like, I don't know where we're going with this, but even before I got to the sheep, his little rescue dog, Shady, so think of Shadow, and she has the husky coloring, but she's a lot smaller and narrower than a husky, and the fur isn't as thick, but the whole husky coloring, but not the eyes, not the light eyes, just those beautiful brown eyes of hers. But Shady, I mean, so light and shadow, right? You got Shady. She was a rescue dog that replaced their longtime Meg, who, was just this beautiful old soul. And Shady was like afraid of everybody, especially the strangers. And I was a stranger as I came, but she's been getting closer to me, and I feel like I'm like, letting her know I'm okay. And then a message came through. But yesterday, when my car pulled up, as soon as I got out, I saw her running around this pasture and toward me, and I was walking toward her, and she came to me and was like all over me and wiggling and wriggling and whining and trying to press her body and get all of herself into all of me. And I'm petting her as much as I can and loving her and talking to her. And yeah, it was great. And then went out, and she kept wanting more attention every time she'd come back around. But she also had a neighbor dog to play with, Remy, big, beautiful German Shepherd, the kind that are like brown and black, so she's kind of darker. But this big German Shepherd letting this little hyper one play with her, and like not, could have eaten her with one bite if she wanted to. Anyway, that was cool. And then the sheep, and then I just was having a great day. I got really cold when I was home after the sheep before I went to practice, so I went out and sat in the sun and just closed my eyes and faced the sun and let the light do its thing. And then I went to practice, and there was a dog. The head coach's wife came with this little dog. It wasn't a Yorkie, but it had the Yorkie size and the cute little long face, and it just loved on me. And then I coached kids, and everything went so smooth and cool. Like, I was able to relate to every kid. And so I texted my buddy last night. I was like, thank you for the start. You kicked off a wonderful day. Like, the love of the sheep, and I need to kiss, lip kiss more sheep or mouth kiss more sheep, whatever I call it. And I was like, yeah, maybe just starting out in nature. And nature, I mean, there's a pasture. These sheep are not just out in the wild. But so I thanked my buddy for that. And then about 10 minutes after that text was over, or we exchanged a couple little chitty chatty funny texts, obviously knowing me, and or what I think is funny. And then what happened? And then the feeling came, like, dude, you got everything you asked for. Like, everything I asked for in the morning came true. Like, I saw them. Oh, and I'm about to bawl if I say it too much, if I don't check myself right here. I I saw the love, I felt the love, yeah, and I felt like I was giving it the best I could, you know, but without like being all schmaltzy, you know, I just was myself, but I was my empathetic, accepting self, and it just came naturally. And so I was still a goofball when I'm helping little kids like learn their long jump steps when I worked with the middle schooler kids, and I'm still my goofy self when I'm working with the senior pole vaulters, you know, whatever, and chit chatting with everybody in between. And it just felt like an exchange of love. And I felt magnetic, like I was pulling in love, and I made sure like the credit got where the credit deserved to go. And yes, my buddy helped, he was a part of it, and his beautiful sheep were a part of it. And the kissing and the spooning was as far as it went. I just want everyone to know on the record. And yeah. Oh, um, but yeah, that it was great. It was a beautiful experience, and you know, it was one of those breakthrough moments, those aha moments, and that I know you're having. And I'm like, yeah, some of you have been able to relate some of it to me, and well, I haven't heard about most of you guys, but I know you're out there having these things, and I'm so excited for you, and I love you, and that's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna end this, instead of goodbye, I'm gonna end this with I love you.